So even after years of recording, there are times where I still hit record and my mind just goes blank. Today I wanted to talk about why is it still so weird to talk to a camera, and little mindset shifts I've applied that have helped me, make it feel more comfortable and has made it easier for me to talk to the camera. So how do we do that? How do we get more comfortable talking to a camera which doesn't react to what you're saying? First thing you want to do is acknowledge this feeling. And you might be wondering, how do I acknowledge a feeling of awkwardness? So how do I get used to and acknowledge a feeling that doesn't make me feel good? You gotta understand that everyone starts awkward when they, are starting, obviously. Even the people who look most confident nowadays started feeling the same feeling you're feeling right now. Even the person that looks the most confident nowadays on camera, I guarantee they started feeling the same way. So like I was saying, it is an unnatural thing talking to a camera and to a lens because they don't react, of course. They don't give you a reaction to what you're saying. So like our brain is literally just, used to finding their reactions in conversations with other people. Of course, if I say something, you're gonna react to that a certain way and I react to that reaction and so on and so on. I used to re-record intros and lines over and over just because they felt robotic to me. This was until I realized this was just my nerves talking instead of me. It is just literally letting out those nerves. And then later you're gonna find yourself just being you on camera. As I started on YouTube, my early days on YouTube, I tried to be this. Of course, I was an ignorant teenager who was trying to make videos look funny or be entertaining, but in some way pretend being perfect and having this interesting and amazing life. And it was all about sounding right instead of just being myself. A good thing that has changed nowadays is talking to the camera like I'm just talking to a friend, to be honest. Like I'm having a casual conversation with a friend about a topic that I'd like for him to know or her to know, So think of your camera as a friend. If you're doing this content creation thing, of course the camera is going to spend more time with you than your own friends, so might as well. What I do now is I don't think about how people are going to see this or I don't even think about people watching later. I just think about how I want the message to sound now. It is not about looking confident. It is about being comfortable, being seen. There are really some practical techniques you can apply to yourself to making this process feel more natural and more confident. Like I mentioned, there are also small techniques and small actionable things you could do to make this process feel easier and better. First thing I have written down, film short unplanned clips just to get warm up, just to get you feel like looser in camera and getting more comfortable for it to not feel so abruptly when you're gonna start filming the actual video. Another thing you could do is talking while doing something, while doing some action. It could be walking, it could be making a coffee, you could be just sitting down, you could be taking pictures, talk over that, and it's just, like I said, it'll feel like you're having a natural conversation with somebody instead of just sounding like a robot. Another one, which is actually one of the most important ones, don't check the playback too soon. Finish the thought first and then check it. After you finish it, you check it. If you want to change something, you could do it all over again, but don't check it before finishing the thought, because then you'll lose the train of thought. It won't sound as natural when you're checking on it too often. And like everything, it just takes showing up and just being consistent with it. And it's like everything in life. Getting the reps in will make you better and will make it easier over time. Yes, I know saying and mentioning how showing up consistently sounds cliche, but it literally is that, getting yourself out there and just getting the reps in again, and you won't even notice how natural you're being on camera until it'll get to the point where you won't even notice that you're just being you on camera. Of course, it's not an overnight thing. It won't feel natural overnight, but one day you'll realize you're just talking and you're not performing, you're not overthinking, you're just being you on camera. So again, comfort on camera comes from the reps, not perfection. If you ever feel awkward on camera, comment down below, drop a comment down below. I promise you're not alone. I still do every time I come out and film by myself. It is still a process of adjusting myself, like getting used to filming while people are walking around me and just looking at me weird. So I promise you're not alone. I still feel the same way sometimes. most of the times. So yeah, that is all I have to give you. I hope you got something from this video. I hope this helped you out. If it did, let me know. Appreciate every single one of you being here, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.